Hey guys, so we do have some high-end phones on the table, and I just want to do a quick little speed test comparison here between the new LG G5, the Galaxy S7, the Xiaomi Mi 5, the iPhone 6s Plus, and finally the Mate 8 on the right, the big beast. So we can have a look, see how the latest processors compare. We do have the Snapdragon 820 in the G5 and the Mi 5, Exynos 8890, Apple A9, and the Kirin 950 as I like to call it. So let's see how they compare. Just going to boot them all up at the same time here if it's possible. Let's see. So a little bit of hand gymnastics, but it should be something fun. Whoa. So did we get them all? I think we did, but the order's gone a bit messed up. So we do have the A9 out in front, S7 second, Mate 8, I saw the Mate 8 then the G5 coming fourth, limping behind, and the slow boy, the Mi 5, which is very slow boot up if you ask me. But nevertheless, you know, very nice here for the iPhone. It is getting quite old now and still boots up faster than, you know, the newest devices on the block, which is very interesting. So we can just have a look here how they compare in terms of the Wi-Fi performance starting off. So you know, we do like to do a speed test here of the Wi-Fi, and we need to make sure we do have quick performance. So you can see we do have, what the hell's basketball? We do have everything on the same Wi-Fi. So we can just start off with the Mi 5 here. And the Mi 5 is coming with the Snapdragon 820. Obviously, this is the 2.2 GHz version. You can get the 1.8 GHz, but it's not of my interest. There's also a highest capacity model with 4 gigs of RAM, but it wasn't available when I, you know, was buying it. So yeah, it's a very respectable score here. Download and upload. Let's have a look at the G5. What can it give us? It's coming with exactly the same processor, and it can't match the Mi 5, unfortunately. So I have tested the G5 twice on the Wi-Fi, and so far it's fallen behind a little bit, if I'm to be honest. So S7 always gives good performance every time I've tested it. Look at that, you know, speaks for itself. And this is obviously the Exynos model, so maybe the Snapdragon model might not be that good, but yeah, I'm feeling blessed that we do have. Wow, look at that. So let's have a look at the iPhone. And the iPhone never disappoints. Wow. So it's doing some so a bit modest tonight. You know, usually it can keep up with the Samsung devices. So maybe, you know, it's just having a sleepy day or something. And finally we do have the Mate 8. Very amazing beast performance from Huawei's Kirin 950. I think that the new Huawei the P9 comes with the 955, slightly better processor, but the 950 is still very competent here, but the Wi-Fi, you can see, leaves a little bit to be desired, not quite keeping up with the Snapdragon devices. So I think for the upload, the G5 seems to be amazing, to be honest, but the Samsung does kill it when it comes to the download. So let's have a look here at the Antutu benchmarks on these lot as well. I will speed through this a little bit so it doesn't go on for too long. And Antutu's quite a nice benchmark here. So whoa, we do have all this marshmallow stuff, which can be very annoying if you ask me. So let's set them going here. Yes. Oh, I do like this music, it puts me to sleep. So you can see the G5 to me looks very nice when it comes to the graphics here, probably even the smoothest. Look at that, that is fast frame rate. The Kirin is really struggling on the graphics here. Apple's phone's very nice and smooth. But you can definitely see the G5 seems to have some really nice optimization using the is it the Vulkan technology? So I'm probably going to let these run through actually. I was going to fast forward it, but it's quite interesting. You can see a massive graphical difference between the Mate 8 and the others here. I would expect much better performance, to be honest, from the Mate 8. Huawei needs to work on its graphics. But generally you can see quite similar here for this one. But I still think the G5's ahead of the S7 when it comes to smoothness, to me anyway. Which is strange because it obviously has the Mali GPU. So what does it do now? Is it boring? I might speed this up. So I think the Mi 5 is actually ahead here of all of them, or maybe the iPhone actually, then the Mi 5. Yeah, the iPhone's well ahead. So I'm probably going to speed this particular part up because nothing much is happening and we can get to the end of the test. So we're coming to the end of the test now, and as you can see the iPhone has actually finished already. By the way, all the devices are running the latest Android software, as well as the latest iOS software as well. So very interesting here how the two Snapdragon devices seem to be ahead when it comes to the raw number crunching. But I think the Mi 5 is going to just pip the G5. Yes, so you can see the Mi 5 is coming with slightly less though than the G5 when it comes to the raw score here. So you're getting 132,455 versus 133,314 in the G5. The Exynos Galaxy S7 actually gets less than the G5, which is very interesting. and also we do have the Mate 8, obviously a little bit lower there, but maybe the Huawei P9 will, you know, address the balance with the graphics, etc., which are a little bit behind, I think. But nevertheless, very interesting scores here. You can see the Snapdragon devices definitely have some like meat to them. Obviously I will be doing some one-on-one kind of comparisons, seeing how the performance is, because that is what really matters at the end of the day. So yeah, just a quick little comparison here. Hope you found it helpful and enjoyable, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.